Hi sunshines, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, hi, I'm Ifred Carl, a Nigerian YouTuber currently living in British Columbia, Canada, and you are most definitely welcome. So guys, today I'm going to basically be showing you guys like a resume template, CV template that you can use to apply for a caregiving or support work role here in Canada. A lot of you have reached out to me. Some of you have sent me emails, trying to, get me to either create or help you guys create a resume or share with you guys the resume I used or review your resumes. Like I've gotten a ton of emails concerning that. So instead of like responding to you guys individually, which is going to take a lot of my time, I decided to make this video and that for everyone that's interested in caregiving or interested in support work here in Canada to be able to find it valuable and also utilize it in creating their own resume, using the template to create their own resume. So yeah, if this is something you're interested in, then keep watching. If you have a friend, a relative that is interested in coming to Canada as a caregiver, or just interested in applying to support work roles, then please share this video with them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share your thoughts or questions if you have any after this video in the comment section, or during the course of watching the video. If any question pops up in your mind, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll try to respond to all the questions that I get in the comments. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So guys, I had to bring my laptop so that I can be looking at the resume so that I don't miss out on any point. I'm also going to be leaving it on the screen. If you guys would love like to get a downloadable copy, something like that, you can leave it in the comment section. I could arrange that in such a way that you guys will be able to like also edit it and impute what you need to impute, just to customize it to your own, according to your own experience. If you guys would love that, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys, going through it and just giving you ideas on how to develop it better to suit your work experience and everything, and depending on the kind of roles you're also applying for. So yeah. So guys, when you want to create a Canadian standard kind of resume, like a Canadian format resume or resume for the Canadian job market, English is hard sometimes, but yeah, when you want to create a resume that is recognized here, you need to make sure that you get samples. You need to ask questions. You need to ask people that are already here to share with you their format or something. Don't just use the resume that you use in your home country to apply to jobs here. Sometimes it might work. For instance, when I got here, the first few months, like I still had my resume that I had from Nigeria. Like I was still using the regular Microsoft templates and just the ones that I used in Nigeria. That's what I was using to like apply. When I heard about the Canadian resume, I was like, please, what's the difference? Maybe they just want to see objective. They just want to see your key core skills and your experience and all of that. Like, does it really have to have like a specific format? Sometimes you have to look at how people are able to get things done, how people are able to succeed in their different careers, how they have been able to get ahead in life and not just stick to the old ways of doing things. You have to keep an open mind. That's how you grow. That's how you unlearn some things that you've learned along the way in the past, and just evolve. When you go to Rome, you act like the Romans. So it's not about you having like the best of experiences. If you don't put it in such a way that they are used to it, or in the format that they are used to, a format that they use, they might not really even look at it twice. They might it's just maybe very few companies that might not mind you sending them your normal format or the format that you're coming with. But it's always advisable to keep it in their own format. So I'm sure on the screen I'm already sharing like what I'm looking at, like the resume that I'm looking at that I created. You guys can see I use the name Annabelle Kent because obviously I'm not going to come and start putting my name and address and everything, but you guys can see how it looks like. The first thing there, it's your name, your full name. After your full name, you have your address. Put your address. You don't necessarily have to put your home address. I used to put like my full address. You might put your address, or you might just put like maybe like the area. Do you understand? And then your postal code. It's not necessary for you to put your full address, because remember, you're sending out resumes to like thousands of jobs possibly, like you're sending out in resumes, like even if it's just 10 jobs, like these are random people. Sometimes you're sending out resumes in job sites. That's why a lot of people get job scammed, because your resumes are probably online in different platforms, different websites, and people that have ill feelings towards others, people that are scammers, that don't really, they're not like looking for people to actually legit work with them. They're looking for who to scam, who to rip off. They might just see your resume, see your full address, see everything. For security reasons, you don't necessarily have to put your full home address. You could just put your area. For instance, if you stay in Vancouver, you can just put Vancouver and then put your postal code. Do you understand? And then after that, you put your email address, and after the email address, you put your telephone. These are like the first things you see in the resume, which is also like that in most resumes, but you just need to look at like the way it's been arranged, so that after you finish putting your own personal details, where you're putting, if you're in Vancouver, you say Vancouver, BC, and then postal code. But it's not even like, it's not usually like a compulsory thing for you to put your postal code, but you can put your postal code so they can kind of have an idea of the area you are in case like they're looking for someone in that area, or they feel like you're too far from them. Like they're able to tell, okay, she's the right fit for us, she is in kind of like our locale, because sometimes it'll be specific that we want to hire people on the mainland, we want to hire people in Greater Vancouver, we want to hire people on the island, so that they're able to see that, okay, your location fits perfectly with the job location or the person that they're looking for. That's actually why people put their locations, right? And then after that, you put your email address. You can either put your email address right under it, or you can put it beside. And after that, you put your telephone number. And after that, you come down to profile summary, or you can call it professional summary. This is where you put like a summary of who you are and all of that. It could be a compassionate and dedicated professional committed to providing exceptional support to individuals who encounter barriers due to physical, mental health, educational, and socio-economic challenges, knowledgeable in conducting risk or need assessments, and developing and implementing case plans. Okay, your own does not have to be this complicated. It could just be a very concise summary, so you don't cause confusion. But most times, I usually use this summary because I'm trying to like cover up if they're saying that they need someone that's going to be dealing with mental health, like people that are dealing with mental health issues, like it's covering it. If it has to do with educational challenges, it's covering it. Physical challenges, covering it. So that's why I put my professional summary like this, so that it's like encompassing like a lot of aspects of healthcare. Do you understand? So yeah, you just need to know like what works for you. And then after that, after putting your professional summary, you can now go down to either you call it abilities and qualities, or sometimes some people just put core skills, like they just put their skills first. But whichever one, you can just put only your key skills, not necessarily, and just put highlights like in bullet points, your skills, your competency, all of that. But what I did was like I put abilities and qualities, and then I also put key skills under that. Do you understand? So abilities and qualities could be, patient care and management, attention to detail. It could be ability to work with diverse populations, including those with developmental disabilities, mental illness, hoarders, homeless at risk, and addiction, all of that. So you can also put ability to work under pressure with little or no supervision. These are your abilities, right? And then after that, you don't have to like put list out. Just don't make your resume to be too bulky. That's the mistake I was making when I initially got here. Like I was literally like putting a lot of things in my resume, and most times your resume is like 5 pages. If it's like 4 pages, who has time? You know that these people get like thousands of resumes every day, hundreds. Even if it's like a new job like opening, you will see people like they will literally get hundreds of resumes within a few days. So they don't have time to be going through 5 pages of resume. You need it to be really concise. If it passes 3 pages, it's too much. Like just make sure that it's between 2 pages, 2 to 3 pages. 2 pages is like perfect. So like if you have a lot of experiences, just try to make it concise and make it like 2 pages or highest 3 pages. So after that, we have like key skills and competences, where you can say time management, you're talking about your problem solving skills, excellence communication and interpersonal skills. You can talk about proficiency in the use of MS software. Even though it's like a care job, sometimes they want you to be able to, sometimes you might actually get a support work role that doesn't have to necessarily do with like a lot of like daily living. It could just be you trying to integrate them into the economy, into the community, or you being a case manager, like literally handling cases, and in case of any emergencies, all those things, like handling cases, handling profiles, you having to do some paperwork, even in the in this aspect of like job, where people think it's just have to like do like a lot of physical work, a lot of it doesn't have to do a lot of paperwork. Sometimes you might see like roles that expect you to do some paperwork, some payroll. I remember like my previous like support work role, I had to do like imputing like payroll and all of that on Excel. So sometimes they might need you to have knowledge of MS office. So just need to take note of that. And then you can talk about your excellent organizational skills, effective communication, time management. So if you already have one effective communication, you don't need to put that again. So I'm just going to remove this, effective communication, and interpersonal skills. So let me remove this. Anyways, the next one, you can talk about empathy and active listening. They want to know that you're able to like pay close attention to your clients. So empathy, active listening are good skills to include in your resume. Strong relational, case management, conflict resolution, and crisis intervention skills. They want to know that you're able to handle tough situations. In case of any crisis, you're able to handle resolve conflicts and manage crisis and all of that. So they want to be able to like be comfortable that okay, this person can handle this job. So after that, the next thing you're going to do, sometimes you might just go straight to talking about your education. Like people, sometimes there are some resumes you will see, they are like Canadian style resumes, but like they can also be slightly different. So people you can put your education first, or you can put your certification first. And most people do this when they tell you that if you don't have a lot of experience in this field, then you should try to put, if you have a lot of certifications, then push it up in your resume. Like make sure that the first few things they're seeing in your resume are things that are going to give you a better chance, not things that they'll be like, oh, this person just has 6 months of experience. You don't have a lot of experience. So make sure that you're pushing your skills, your certifications, and if your education is related to that job, you push it up in your resume, and then maybe put your experience last. Do you understand? But yeah, anyway, so there's no like 1-2 way of doing this thing. Like you can just kind of like customize it in a way that suits your situation best. So you can either put your education, as I just said, and certification, and after that then put your experience, and make sure that when you're putting your experience, you don't have any gap. Like don't come and say that you worked from, let's say, from June 2023 to December 2023, and then before that June, the last time you worked was 2021. So what happened in the whole of 2022? So just make sure that when you're arranging your resume, like there's a succession, like it just makes sense. Like there's no much gap. Even if you're going to have gaps, maybe a few months gap, not like a whole year of gap. So that whole year, what were you doing? Do you understand? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this was really helpful. And after that, guys, you can just put your references, and when you put your reference, you don't have to put anybody's number in your references. They will still request for it. You can just put in brackets available upon request, and then make sure that make sure that you have some form of certifications when you want to apply, so that in that field, in that aspect of the section of certification, when they see it, they are happy. They are like, okay, let's call this person for an interview. So just give yourself the best chance possible. Do you understand? But yeah, guys, I hope you guys were able to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. I'm definitely going to put this in the screen, on the screen, like this resume on the screen, and just like a template for you guys to be able to use it to like create yours. But yeah, if you have any more questions, don't forget to leave it in the comment section. And just make sure that you say a prayer. Like prayer is the key. So see, sometimes I see people that have a lot of experience, like they are so they have a well of knowledge, they are so knowledgeable in this thing, and they are still like looking for a job. So sometimes it's just your own like grace of God upon your life, and also how you just manage to put together your resumes, and just sometimes it's actually dependent on the job too, and just one particular thing might just kind of disqualify you. And again, I'll advise you, if you see any job that's talking about license, go ahead and apply. Sometimes they are going to they will keep putting, oh, we need someone with a class 4 license, we need someone with a class 2 license. Just go ahead and apply. Okay, don't like be discouraged just because you feel like, oh, I don't fit in because I don't have a license. Go ahead and apply, and who knows, they will call you for interview. You can tell them that you're working on the license or you're working on getting the license, you know, and then before you know it, you've started working. So just make sure that, you know, you use strategies and use sense for this kind of thing. I wish you guys the best, and don't forget to, you know, leave in the comment section whatever questions you might have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.